Welcome to Season 4, Episode 2 of the Heart of Bastrop Talk Show. I'm TJ Finn.
And I'm Connie Schrader, Mayor of the City of Bastrop.
We are so excited about today's show. So we're going to be talking to Gwen with Bastrop CAN.
And we have
Kalli
Doubleday with Shiraz Gardens, and they have some exciting news.
So let's get to it. So we're here today with Gwen Martin with Bastrop CAN. Thank you for coming on the show today.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.
So tell everybody a little bit about what Bastrop CAN does. We always have the most
Well, let's start with what does CAN stand for?
Yes.
That's a great question. So CAN stands for Charter Advocate Network. We've kind of expanded that though. We originally kind of established Bastrop CAN to bring charter schools to Bastrop County. But over the course of our time here in the past 2 years, we've really seen the need to, expand that to be all schools. So not only charter schools, but public schools, private schools, Montessori schools, preschool.
So for some of our listeners who may not know, what exactly is a charter school? Can you tell us that?
Sure. A charter school is a publicly funded school. So similar to your local ISD. It receives money at the state and federal level, but no local tax dollars. But it has to adhere to the same standards from the Texas Education Agency, and our teachers get their pension from the Texas retirement system. So it works very much like a public school.
So what sets that apart? Why attend charter school versus public school? I mean, what would be the reasoning?
Sure, that's a great question. One thing that's really unique about charter schools is that they have more flexibility in the curriculum and how it's taught. So often you hear parents complain that their kids are, being subjected to teaching to the test. And so charter schools have the ability to kind of change that a little bit. They still have to meet those guidelines, and they still have to prepare the kids for the STAR test and the other tests that they may have throughout the year. But the charter school gives them the ability to have a classical curriculum or a STEM-based curriculum or something that may be more specific, maybe similar to like what a magnet school would do.
Wonderful, wonderful. And so how long has Bastrop CAN been in Bastrop County? So when did you guys form?
Yeah. We started about 2 years ago. There was a large group of parents that really came together and knew that there was a need for educational change in Bastrop County to be able to provide other options for people, and especially with the growth in Bastrop County. We've seen so many parents get involved and really want to do something that make their child a little bit better than what was previously offered.
Okay, great. And so so you guys have been around for 2 years, and you currently have a charter school in Bastrop County?
That's right. Yeah, we were so excited. Last fall, Founders Classical Academy opened up, and they are currently operating in a church in downtown Bastrop, serving grades 3 through 8. And next year they will expand that to be hopefully kindergarten through 9th grade. So they'll add a grade each year up through 12th grade. And then this fall, we're excited to welcome another charter school to Bastrop. Again, thanks to the growth in the area, charter schools are really seeing that there's a need here. And so Compass Rose will open its doors this fall right near the Colony subdivision.
Gotcha. And so how do you decide? Do you reach out to these schools and say, we have a need in our community, bring that school in? Do they reach out to you? Tell us a little bit about that process.
Yeah. So originally that's what we did. When we started Bastrop CAN, the parents were on a mission to bring, other options to our community. And so we looked at the various charter school operators and said, okay, what do we think would be a good fit for our community? And 2 of those, Founders Classical Academy and Compass Rose, immediately said, yes, we think we'd be a great fit and we want to do this. Since then, we've had other schools reaching out to us. Acton Academy, they'll be opening their doors this fall as well.
What is that called again?
Acton Academy. They're a Montessori based.
Gotcha.
But we've had other programs reach out to us and say, hey, can you help us get integrated in the community and figure out if there's a need for a school like ours.
So you were saying that you have an opportunity for volunteers. You guys are always looking for some help.
Yes.
So tell our viewers about that.
I would love to. Thanks, Connie. We are constantly looking for people to get involved and volunteer with our organization. We do an annual event each year. We do the Bastrop County School Fair, and we invite every school, whether it be preschool, Montessori, private, public, everyone to come together. This year we had it at Community Gardens, and they hosted us. Amazing place. And
beautiful venue.
That's amazing. Love our friends
Yes.
at Community Gardens. And we'll probably do it there again next year. They've just been terrific. But so if you're a school, this is a great opportunity for you to showcase your school and for families to be able to walk around the room and see all the different options.
And so if someone's interested in when your future fair is, or they want to volunteer, where can they go to do that?
Yeah. So our website is bastropcan.org. And that's the easiest way. It has all of our information on there for contact. But you could also send an email to hello@bastropcan.org.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much. We appreciate you coming out and visit with us. There's just so many things to offer here in Bastrop County, and thanks for making our community great.
Thank you. And thanks, Connie.
Good to see you, Gwen.
You too. Take care.
The 2022 Bastrop County Buyers and Builders Convention is now open for vendor registration. This two-day event is held September 17th and 18th at the Bastrop Convention Center. Bastrop County has experienced unprecedented growth and development. If you're part of this booming industry, this is not a show you'll want to miss. Go to our website at thebcboa.com to sign up. Sponsored by the Heart of Texas Chamber and Visit Bastrop.
We're here with Kalli Doubleday with Shiraz Gardens, and if you haven't been out to Shiraz Gardens, you need to put it on your list. You got some exciting news recently.
We did. So Shiraz Garden is a gorgeous garden and estate venue here in Bastrop, and we mostly host beautiful weddings. And brides.com named us as the #2 destination wedding venue in the world, right under Punta
In the
Cana,
world, TJ,
Mexico.
not just in Texas.
We're world
not in the
famous
United
now.
States.
We are #2.
Congratulations.
Thank you
That's
so much.
fantastic. So if I just got engaged and I'm wanting to consider Shiraz, how far in advance should I be trying to book my wedding?
You know, right now, the sooner the better. It is still COVID era in terms of wedding and all event planning. Vendors are still having logs and backups from reschedules from everyone from venue to photographer, caterer. So if you were looking for a wedding venue, it's really the time is now in terms of all of the wedding components.
Right. We're seeing that as well from hotels. So I have groups that canceled last year that are rebooking their weddings now and moving forward, and so kind of pushes a lot of those brides that were hoping for a wedding this year on to next year. So yeah, don't hesitate, don't wait.
Right.
So what size weddings can Shiraz Gardens
We
take care of?
love to host 150 and below. So we feel very cozy. We're a great venue that really plays well to an intimate ceremony in that 30 to 50 guest range, but we also go up to about 150.
And can you help with contacts for the photographer and flowers and things like that?
Yes. So one of the parts to being on brides.com's list of destination wedding venues is that Shiraz Garden has all of these components that make it really unique that aren't just about our venue. It's stunning. We have features that are completely unique all around the world, a 17-story waterfall and all these things. But we also are one of the closest venues to the Austin airport, as well as our next door neighbor is a Hyatt Lost Pines. So we have all of these elements, as well as the downtown Bastrop that's adorable, that makes us a really sweet place to spend the entire weekend. And so part of that as well is the really small businesses, the florists, the cake makers, the DJs, etc. All of these that I really love to promote the local businesses first. We're in a beautiful space in Texas where there's endless opportunities for photographers all across Austin, San Antonio. But we have some really, really talented people who are local as well. And that goes for, like I said, cakes, florists, stationers, people who are all across the board. Bastrop's full of talented people.
It really is. It's just amazing how all these people manage to bring everything together and do it, you know, in a way where it's less stressful for a bride. So that's the one thing you don't want about your wedding, is to be stressed out. But when you can go to a venue like you that says, here's our book and here's who we recommend for, you know, all of these different components that will make the perfect wedding. That's a big bonus to any bride.
I can tell you, I've had so many brides who have loved, again, that whole wedding experience, being here for the weekend, having their rehearsal dinner at 609, at 602, or at Storehouse, these really unique downtown, small atmosphere restaurants, and then coming out to Shiraz for the ceremony and having the Texas Hill Country views, you know, get a really neat mix. And then, of course, those guests who do want to go in to Austin, they can. And it's not a big, difficult, you know, trail over to Austin.
Well, and to your point, the international airport's less than 30 minutes away, so they can take care of guests that are coming in from around the world.
You know, I time it all the time just so I can keep fresh, and it really is 22 minutes. You know, from where we are, Shiraz Garden, it's 22 minutes, and if your guests are staying at the Hyatt or down here downtown, you're still looking no more than 30 minutes, 30, 35 minutes.
You know, my favorite thing, you guys have heard me say it before, do the right thing when you land at the airport and turn right and come on to Bastrop. You can be in downtown Bastrop faster than you can be in downtown Austin, and when you get to downtown Bastrop, you're happy. You have great places to eat and drink and do some shopping.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. And then you also have so much more to Bastrop County. So you have our beautiful city of Bastrop. You have Smithville. They have a beautiful downtown, Elgin. So there's always something for people to do in this area. And then, of course, not to mention the beautiful Colorado River. You know, if the guys want to go kayaking the day before, I mean, you never know what groomsmen might do or what they might be up to, but you have the nightlife, and then you know, all the components that just make this such an amazing place. But so Shiraz, so how long have you guys been open? Because it hasn't been too long, right?
No, it hasn't. So we had our very first open house to the public January 23rd, 2020. So 2 months before COVID. So we had this grand opening. We had hundreds of people come out. Then I think we had 60 wedding vendors. It was incredible. And then, you know, 2 months after that, it was
a whole new world.
Really confusing. No one knew what to do, and it was this big pause. But it's been an okay, you know, almost a benefit to us. As a new venue, we took that time to really slow down, build those connections, like I said, with local businesses, and kind of build out this entire recommendation list and just our systems to make it a really seamless and stress-free process for our couples. We were able to take the time to do that rather than rush in.
Right.
I know that you focus on weddings, but I'm sure you do vow renewals and families want to have a party. Are there other things tell us other things that you guys have hosted?
Sure. So Shiraz Garden, like I said, is a beautiful estate venue. It's over 200 acres. It is on the Colorado River. It has gorgeous outlooks and some really unique features. And so we have hosted some really great, like 50th birthday. We had a wonderful 40th birthday celebration. We've also hosted some fundraisers, which has been really great, and a couple of proms. So we do a host of things here and there. You know, working with parents to set up proms, probably one of my favorite things. So we've done 2 proms, and that was over the last 2 years. So a difficult time, right? And so being able to work with, you know, community members and families who really wanted to put on special occasions for their kids who've been in school during a difficult time was a really exciting and just a pleasure to help them celebrate that milestone.
Well, it just makes you guys such a vital part of our community.
Absolutely. Just
like our talk show in the heart of Bastrop. We're just glad to have Shiraz as part of our heart.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for coming out. I have to say one more thing. So we were talking about all this, and I was thinking, I bet corporate events would be beautiful. 200 acres. So Tesla, I'm just saying. So these wonderful guys at Tesla are already at our hotel, and they're great guys. So we're just saying that'd be a good place for you guys to hold some corporate events or.
I agree with that completely.
We thought we'd just throw that in.
So Kalli Doubleday with Shiraz Gardens, and how's the best way to get hold of you?
So the best way to get a hold of us is through our website, which is Shiraz Garden, TX.com, TX like Texas. And we would love to connect with you there.
Perfect. Thank you. Can you believe it? Another one.
I'm so excited. And now we know that the charter schools can go out to Shiraz Gardens and have their proms.
There you go. There you go. Now we know where to send them. That was a great show. It always amazes me, all the wonderful things that are available right here in Bastrop County. Hope Tesla listens to me and comes out and does all their group parties out here on our beautiful Colorado River.
Well, and I appreciate Kalli and Shiraz Gardens and tying into all of our local, whether it's in Bastrop County, whether it's in the city of Bastrop or Smithville or Elgin, the great talent, the DJs, the cake makers. It's such a great way to pull the whole county together.
Absolutely. So guys, you don't want to miss an episode of the Heart of Bastrop Talk Show. So you can watch us at theheartofbastrop.com. You can watch past episodes, keep up with what's going on now, find some great links for our area, and you can also subscribe to our new YouTube channel. So we'll see you next week.